بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate.
الذين كفروا وصدوا عن سبيل الله أضل أعمالهم.
Allah has caused the works of those who disbelieve and hinder people from the way of Allah to go to waste.
والذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وآمنوا بما نزل على محمد وهو الحق من ربهم كفر عنهم سيئاتهم وأصلح بالهم.
As for those who attained to faith and did righteous works and believed in what was revealed to Muhammad, which indeed is the truth from their Lord, Allah has remitted their evil deeds and has set their condition right.
ذلك بأن الذين كفروا اتبعوا الباطل وأن الذين آمنوا اتبعوا الحق من ربهم كذلك يضرب الله للناس أمثالهم.
That is because those who disbelieved followed falsehood, whereas those who believed followed the truth that came to them from their Lord. Thus does Allah set forth to people parables showing their true state.
فإذا لقيتم الذين كفروا فضرب الرقاب حتى إذا أثخنتموهم فشدوا الوثاق فإما منا بعد وإما فداء حتى تضع الحرب أوزارها ذلك ولو يشاء الله لانتصر منهم ولكن ليبلو بعضكم ببعض والذين قتلوا في سبيل الله فلن يضل أعمالهم.
When you meet the unbelievers in battle, smite their necks until you have crushed them. Then bind your captives firmly. Thereafter, you are entitled to set them free, either by an act of grace or against ransom until the war ends. That is for you to do. If Allah had so willed, He would have Himself exacted retribution from them. But He did not do so, that He may test some of you by means of others. As for those who are slain in the way of Allah, He shall never let their works go to waste.
سيهديهم ويصلح بالهم.
He will guide them and set their condition right.
ويدخلهم الجنة عرفها لهم.
And will admit them to paradise with which He has acquainted them.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن تنصروا الله ينصركم ويثبت أقدامكم.
Believers, if you aid Allah, He will come to your aid and will plant your feet firmly.
والذين كفروا فتعسا لهم وأضل أعمالهم.
As to those who disbelieve, perdition lies in store for them, and Allah has reduced their works to naught.
ذلك بأنهم كرهوا ما أنزل الله فأحبط أعمالهم.
That was because they were averse to what Allah had revealed, so He let their works go to waste.
أفلم يسيروا في الأرض فينظروا كيف كان عاقبة الذين من قبلهم دمر الله عليهم دمر الله عليهم وللكافرين أمثالها.
Have they not journeyed through the land to see the end of those who went before them? Allah utterly destroyed them. These unbelievers are doomed to the same end.
ذلك بأن الله مولى الذين آمنوا وأن الكافرين لا مولى لهم.
That is because Allah is the protector of the believers, whereas the unbelievers have none to protect them.
إن الله يدخل الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار والذين كفروا يتمتعون ويأكلون كما تأكل الأنعام والنار مثوى لهم.
Allah shall admit those who believe and do righteous works to the gardens beneath which rivers flow. As for the unbelievers, they enjoy the pleasures of this transient life and eat as cattle eat. The fire shall be their resort.
وكأين من قرية هي أشد قوة من قريتك التي أخرجتك أهلكناهم فلا ناصر لهم.
O Prophet, how many are the cities that had greater power than your city that drove you out? We destroyed them, and there was none to protect them.
أفمن كان على بينة من ربه كمن زين له سوء عمله واتبعوا أهواءهم.
Then can he who is on a clear guidance from his Lord be like him whose evil deeds have been embellished to him and who pursued their lusts?
مثل الجنة التي وعد المتقون فيها أنهار من ماء غير آسن وأنهار من لبن لم يتغير طعمه وأنهار من خمر لذة للشاربين وأنهار من عسل مصفى ولهم فيها من كل الثمرات ومغفرة من ربهم كمن هو خالد في النار وسقوا ماء حميما فقطع أمعاءهم.
Here is the parable of paradise which the God-fearing have been promised. In it shall be rivers of incorruptible water, rivers of milk, unchanging in taste, and rivers of wine, a delight to those that drink, and rivers of pure honey. In it they will have every kind of fruit as well as forgiveness from their Lord. Can such be like those who will abide in the fire and will be given a boiling water to drink that will tear their bowls apart?
ومنهم من يستمع إليك حتى إذا خرجوا من عندك قالوا للذين أوتوا العلم ماذا قال آنفا أولئك الذين طبع الله على قلوبهم واتبعوا أهواءهم.
Among them some give ear to you, but no sooner do they leave your presence than they ask those endowed with knowledge, "What is it that he said just now?" Such are those whose hearts Allah has sealed and who pursue their lusts.
والذين اهتدوا زادهم هدى وآتاهم تقواهم.
As for those who were led to the guidance, Allah increases them in their guidance and causes them to grow in God-fearing.
فهل ينظرون إلا الساعة أن تأتيهم بغتة فقد جاء أشراطها فأنى لهم إذا جاءتهم ذكراهم.
Are they waiting then for anything else than the last hour to suddenly come upon them? Already some of its tokens have come, but when it does actually come upon them, where will any time be left for them to take heed?
فاعلم أنه لا إله إلا الله واستغفر لذنبك وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات والله يعلم متقلبكم ومثواكم.
Know therefore, O Prophet, that there is no God but Allah, and ask forgiveness for your shortcomings, and also for the shortcomings of believing men and believing women. Allah knows the places where you move about and where you dwell.
ويقول الذين آمنوا لولا نزلت سورة فإذا أنزلت سورة محكمة وذكر فيها القتال رأيت الذين في قلوبهم مرض ينظرون إليك نظر المغشي عليه من الموت فأولى لهم.
The believers used to say, why is a surah that would ordain fighting not revealed? But when a definitive surah was revealed wherein fighting was mentioned, you saw that those in whose hearts there was a sickness looked at you as though they were about to faint at the approach of death. Pity on them.
طاعة وقول معروف فإذا عزم الأمر فلو صدقوا الله لكان خيرا لهم.
They keep affirming their obedience and saying good words, but when a course of action was clearly determined, it would have been better for them if they had proved true to Allah.
فهل عسيتم إن توليتم أن تفسدوا في الأرض وتقطعوا أرحامكم.
Now, if you were to turn away, what else can be expected but that you will work corruption in the land and fly at each other's throats?
أولئك الذين لعنهم الله فأصمهم وأعمى أبصارهم.
It is these upon whom Allah has laid His curse, so He made them deaf and deprived them of their sight.
أفلا يتدبرون القرآن أم على قلوب أقفالها.
Do they then not reflect on the Quran? Or are there locks on their hearts?
إن الذين ارتدوا على أدبارهم من بعد ما تبين لهم الهدى الشيطان سول لهم وأملى لهم.
Certainly those who have turned their backs on the true guidance after it became manifest to them, Satan has embellished their ways for them and has buoyed them up with false hopes.
ذلك بأنهم قالوا للذين كرهوا ما نزل الله سنطيعكم في بعض الأمر والله يعلم إسرارهم.
This because they said to those who are averse to the faith that Allah has revealed, in some matters we shall obey you. Allah has full knowledge of their secret parleys.
فكيف إذا توفتهم الملائكة يضربون وجوههم وأدبارهم.
But how will they fare when angels will take their souls at death and will carry them, striking their faces and backs?
ذلك بأنهم اتبعوا ما أسخط الله وكرهوا رضوانه فأحبط أعمالهم.
That is because they have followed a way that angered Allah and have been averse to His good pleasure. So He reduced all their works to naught.
أم حسب الذين في قلوبهم مرض أن لن يخرج الله أضغانهم.
Or do they in whose hearts there's a sickness believe that Allah will not bring their failings to light?
ولو نشاء لأريناكهم فلعرفتهم بسيماهم ولتعرفنهم في لحن القول والله يعلم أعمالكم.
If we were to so will, we could have shown them to you so that you would recognize them by their faces, and you would certainly know them by the manner of their speech. Allah knows all your deeds.
وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ حَتَّى نَعْلَمَ الْمُجَاهِدِينَ مِنكُمْ وَالصَّابِرِينَ وَنَبْلُوَ أَخْبَارَكُمْ.
We shall certainly test you until we know those of you who truly strive and remain steadfast and will ascertain about you.
إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا وَصَدُّوا عَن سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ وَشَاقُّوا الرَّسُولَ مِن بَعْدِ مَا تَبَيَّنَ لَهُمُ الْهُدَى لَن يَضُرُّوا اللَّهَ شَيْئًا وَسَيُحْبِطُ أَعْمَالَهُمْ.
Those who disbelieved and barred others from Allah's way and opposed the messenger after the true guidance had become manifest to them, they shall not be able to cause Allah the least harm. Rather, Allah will reduce all their works to naught.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول ولا تبطلوا أعمالكم.
Believers, obey Allah and obey the messenger and do not cause your works to be nullified.
إن الذين كفروا وصدوا عن سبيل الله ثم ماتوا وهم كفار فلن يغفر الله لهم.
Verily, Allah shall not forgive those who disbelieved and barred others from Allah's way and clung to their unbelief until their death.
فلا تهنوا وتدعوا إلى السلم وأنتم الأعلون والله معكم ولن يتركم أعمالكم.
So be not faint-hearted and do not cry for peace. You shall prevail. Allah is with you and will not bring your works to naught.
إنما الحياة الدنيا لعب ولهو وإن تؤمنوا وتتقوا يؤتكم أجوركم ولا يسألكم أموالكم.
The life of this world is but sport and amusement. If you believe and are God-fearing, He will grant you your reward and will not ask you for your possessions.
إن يسألكموها فيحفكم تبخلوا ويخرج أضغانكم.
If He were to ask you for your possessions and press you in that regard, you would have grown niggardly, and Allah would have brought your failings to light.
ها أنتم تدعون لتنفقوا في سبيل الله فمنكم من يبخل ومن يبخل فإنما يبخل عن نفسه والله الغني وأنتم الفقراء وإن تتولوا يستبدل قوما غيركم ثم لا يكونوا أمثالكم.
Behold, you are those who are called upon to spend in Allah's way, but some of you are niggardly. Whoever is niggardly is in fact niggardly to himself. For Allah is all-sufficient, whereas it is you who are in need of Him. If you turn away, He will replace you by a people other than you, and they will not be like you.